everybody, and welcome to this tutorial for Billy Joel's Just the Way You Are. This is a multi-part tutorial. You are in part number 1 over here. So how I always like to go about is to first teach you the chords, or in other words, the grips, which notes are we going to use, and then apply what I call patterns to it. So then we're going to wiggle around inside of those chords, which adds kind of the rhythm and the feel and the licks and the approach that Billy kind of uses to play this song. It would be the difference between, right, 3 different chords, and if I add the pattern, that would become. But it's much easier to play the second part when you know which notes to use for them. So first to learn the grips, think about a guitarist, right? He first learns the grips, then the strumming or the pattern or the plucking or the whatever they play. It's the same over here. We're first going to learn the chords and the harmonies, and then getting to a very cool rendition already. Then we add the patterns in the next tutorial, and that will get you really close, or even exactly like Billy is used to playing that himself. This is part number 1 of 1, the chords for the intro and the chorus, if you will. Let's dive in. Right, so let's take a look at the chords of this masterpiece. So first chord of the intro. The intro has essentially 2 chords, but 1 chord has a sus and then resolves, let's call it 3 chords. The first chord of that, it's played like this, and let's see what all those notes in the right hand are. We could say it's a G minor 6 over D, which is also an E minor 7 flat 5 over D. You know, when you get to these extended chords, they kind of, have multiple ways to look at. First grip, there we have it. G minor 6 over D, or any of the other names that you want to call it. That's the first one. Then we go to a G. So this is your regular G, inverted again. G over D, so we keep that D in the bass. And then to a G sus 4, right? So we play. And then we land on a D, which is the first chord of the verse, where you start singing, don't go changing. First 2 chords. First chord is a D, so that is your regular D, inverted, and we have a D over there. So D in the left hand, kind of the technique that he uses a lot, octaves in the bass, and then with a lot of 5s, and more of those patterns and technique stuff in part number 2, but just so you know which notes you want to have underneath your fingers over there. Basses in octaves and this inversion over there. Then we drop to a B minor 6 over there, so this is your regular B minor, and that the root, the 3rd and the 5th, and then we add that 6 over there, right? So it's a B minor 6. That one comes over there, and then we leave out that B because we have it in the left hand. And you could add that 5th over there. That will come in handy. So this 1 and 5 in the left hand will come in handy later for the pattern. So first chord, don't go changing to try and please me. This is a G major 7. G major 7. Now, regular, the most bare version, if you will, to voice this, G, B, D. There is the major 7, which is an F sharp. We leave out that one, or you could double it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on later on when we start adding patterns. The more notes you have underneath your fingers, the more options you have. But the easy version is to play that over there. Then we could extend it with a 5 and a 7, or the root over there. These are optional notes. Voice it like that, which you can later on use to simulate his patterns, okay? So first 3 chords. Don't go changing to try and please me. That is a B minor 7. So B minor 7 is a regular B minor, 7 over there. Here, there you have your B minor 7. Invert it again, and you kind of have a D again, but now over B. So the song is very D oriented, which is kind of the root key as well for the tune. Hence the fact that, yeah, he kind of colors most of the chords in correlation to D, which makes it very distinct and very recognizable, that being the home chord, the home key, and the tonic being D. So, then we have this. Yeah, it's a 2-5-1, 2-5-1 to get to that G, major 7 again. So I'll play them slowly after one another so that you'll hear where they are. Don't go changing to try and please me. Yeah, so it's a very quick one, and actually, although I don't want to actually give away too much of the pattern here, because, yeah, as I said, that's for the second part, but still, you can kind of shift between these two chords over there, so. And then, yeah, so there's kind of a quick little C over D squeezed in there to get to that G, but that's kind of a move in chord. So yeah, you do want to have that grip, but it's more pattern oriented, so to speak. Okay, which makes it C over D or D sus, and then to a G. You never let me down before. Okay, you never is G minor 7. So from that G major 7, which you could again voice like this, sorry, then we drop down to a G minor 7, your regular G minor, 7 over there, 7 over there, root over there, yeah, and then to a D over F sharp. So again, you never let me down before. There we go. Okay, so that is again that 2-5-1. Now, this is I think this is beautiful. Like, we have an A minor 7 with an added 11 over there, which is very, very cool. So, instead of your regular A minor 7, then swap out that 5 for a 4, and you have an A minor 11. Then you can leave that one out over there. Then go to that D, which is now a D7, so this is your regular D, there's a 7, move that over there, leave out that A, so then we get, yeah, this is a move that is coming up, so we have, that makes it again, C over D or D sus to a G minor, major 7. Okay, now, a lot of chords. Let's slowly play them after one another to see where they actually fall. Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. Yeah, so I leave that little extra thing out there, but you see that this already works perfectly. Is a very good first step. I don't imagine. So again, to that minor. You're too familiar. So again, we go to the D over F sharp, right? I'm doing a 4-note voicing now. So D, and just double that A over there, and then a D over there in the left hand. All these things are optional. You could also voice it like this. Okay, just your D, F sharp, or this D, F sharp, if that's easier. To a B minor 7. Then we go to an E7 sus4. So this is a 7, let's see, E to a E7. Let's move that over there. Then we don't want to have the third over there, but make it sus4, so that's an A. And then I leave out that 5, which you can always do. You can always leave out the 5. Now you can also leave out the 1 because that is already over there, right? And then you have this. Yeah, so it kind of resolves to an E7. This is your E7 sus4, E7. Okay, so just move those octaves over there. To an A sus, which is kind of G over A. And then we're there. That's the entire round. So most of the tune actually you got down with this. I'll do it again slowly after one another. Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. Can't imagine, sorry. You're too familiar, and I don't see you anymore. I would not leave you. This is the same times of trouble. Same. I'll take the bad times. Now here is a little different because when he sings I like you just the way you are, we have not that E7 but an E minor 7. Yeah, so that is E minor with a 7. Move that over there. And leave out the root, right? So actually like that, leave out the root. And then we're kind of G chord over E, E minor 7. Love you just the way you are. And then we get back to. Now, these are the chords to pretty much the entire thing except for the bridge. You see, if you just lay them down and you sing it, it's already super cool. In the next tutorial, again, I will show you how to add some movement over there and get some of those fills and licks that Billy uses himself. But for now, this is the best way to get to learn the song, just first getting acquainted with those grips. Guys, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you liked it, then please consider hitting that like button, which helps me a whole lot in terms of this video getting picked up by the YouTube algorithm so that more people like yourself can enjoy it. This was, as I mentioned, only part 1 of this tutorial. There's more coming up. First and foremost, the bridge, where we will do the exact same thing, take the chords. Then there's going to be a tutorial that is going to teach you patterns, or in other words, what to do with these notes to get to actually sound like Billy Joel. If these tutorials have already been published, you will find a link in the description box below this video on YouTube. If they have yet to be published, then please be patient. Please make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified of them being published. For this moment, again, thank you so much for watching and hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.